Next, let's have a look at the cash payments journal. In the following table, you should notice a few differences from the cash receipts journal, namely the following. Firstly, instead of a receipt number column, we will have a check number column. Then you will notice the missing analysis of receipts column, and that the current income column has now changed to the current expenditure column. Let's have a look at two examples. In our first example, the business purchased equipment from Super Furnishers to the value of 100,000 Rand. So how does this affect the payments journal? Firstly, we will enter the check number with which the purchase was made. Then we will enter the day of the transaction. We will enter the details. And then we will enter the first entry under the bank column. This is because the money was taken out of our bank account in order to acquire the purchase. Then you should notice that the current expenditure column is empty. This is because this is a transaction not related to the day-to-day business activities of the enterprise. This was a purchase of an asset, and as a result is then recorded under the sundry account section, where we will enter the details of the transaction and the amount. In the second example, the enterprise made a cash purchase for 1,000 Rand. So firstly, we will enter the check number with which the transaction was made. We will enter the day of the transaction, and then the details of the transaction. Then under the bank column, we will enter the amount. And then because this was a purchase that affects the day-to-day activities of the business, it will then be recorded under the current expenditure column. We will notice 1,000 Rand. At the end of the month, the totals will then be added up together. And remember that your current expenditure column and your sundry accounts column must always be equal to the total in your bank account column. Some notes on the cash payments journal. Source documents such as check counterfoils, debit notes, and bank statements will require entry into the cash payments journal. All the entries that were made under the sundries column will then be posted to the general journal. We will get to that in the next section. And then the totals of all the other columns are then posted to their relevant ledger accounts.